From Siblings to Soulmates, The Beautiful 17-Year Journey of So Ji-sub and Ye Jin. Sometimes, the most beautiful stories in Korean entertainment aren't written by screenwriters. They're written by time. When fans talk about legendary on-screen chemistry in Korean cinema, the names So Ji-sub and Ye Jin are often mentioned with admiration. But what makes their partnership so special isn't simply the success of one movie. It's the extraordinary journey that brought them together twice, separated by 17 years, and transformed them from young, aspiring actors into two of Korea's most beloved stars. Today, we're looking back at one of the most fascinating artistic journeys in Korean entertainment history, the story of So Ji-sub and Ye Jin. And perhaps the story of how destiny sometimes waits. Our story begins in 2001. At that time, neither So Ji-sub nor Ye Jin were the superstars we know today. They were both young actors, still searching for their place in an industry filled with uncertainty and competition. That year, they appeared together in the SBS drama Delicious Proposal. Ironically, they didn't play lovers. They played siblings. Looking back today, it's almost surreal to watch those scenes. On one side, there's a young So Ji-sub, still developing the quiet intensity that would later become his trademark. On the other, a youthful Ye Jin, already displaying the natural warmth and emotional depth that would eventually make her one of Korea's greatest actresses. At the time, few viewers could have predicted what the future held for either of them. Soon after, their careers exploded. So Ji-sub captured audiences with unforgettable performances in Glass Slippers, What Happened in Bali, and eventually created one of the most iconic characters in K-drama history with Cha Moo-hyuk in I'm Sorry, I Love You. Meanwhile, Ye Jin became known as the nation's first love through classics such as The Classic, A Moment to Remember, and countless unforgettable performances that established her as the queen of melodrama. As the years passed, both actors evolved. But what made their journey so fascinating was that they evolved in remarkably similar ways. Neither relied on flashy celebrity personas. Neither chased trends. Instead, they built their reputations through emotional honesty, quiet charisma, and performances that stayed with audiences long after the credits rolled. And then, after 17 years apart on screen, something extraordinary happened. In 2018, So Ji-sub and Ye Jin reunited. This time, not as siblings, but as soulmates. The film was Be With You. Based on the beloved Japanese novel and film adaptation, Be With You tells the story of Woo Jin, a widowed father, and Soo Ah, the wife who mysteriously returns one rainy season after her death. The premise itself sounds like fantasy, but what audiences experienced was something far more powerful. It was grief, memory, love, and the painful beauty of knowing that happiness can sometimes be temporary. For many viewers, the emotional impact of Be With You came not only from the story itself, but from the history that So Ji-sub and Ye Jin brought with them. These were no longer the young actors from 2001. These were two artists who had spent nearly 2 decades perfecting the art of emotional storytelling. And audiences could feel it. Critics praised the extraordinary emotional chemistry between them. Fans around the world described their performances as natural, mature, and deeply moving. There were no exaggerated expressions, no dramatic speeches, just two actors communicating heartbreak, love, and hope through silence, through glances, and through the smallest details. Perhaps that is why so many viewers consider Be With You one of the greatest romantic performances in both of their careers. What makes the partnership between So Ji-sub and Son Ye Jin so unique is that their chemistry never felt manufactured. It felt earned. Earned through years of experience. Earned through artistic growth. Earned through 17 years of life itself. Watching Delicious Proposal and Be With You side by side feels almost like opening a time capsule. In one story, we see two young actors beginning their journeys. In the other, we witness two masters of their craft creating something unforgettable together. Few actors ever get the opportunity to reunite after nearly 2 decades. Even fewer manage to create something that feels more meaningful because of the time that has passed. Perhaps that's why fans continue to revisit their work together. Because their story reminds us of something deeply human. That time changes us. Experience shapes us. And sometimes, when the moment is finally right, two paths that once crossed long ago can meet again and create something even more beautiful than before. More than 20 years after their first meeting on screen, So Ji-sub and Son Ye Jin remain two of Korea's most respected and beloved actors. And their journey together remains one of the most touching stories in Korean entertainment history. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which performance moved you more? The young So Ji-sub and Son Ye Jin in Delicious Proposal? Or the mature, heartbreaking love story they created together in Be With You? Share your memories in the comments, because some stories are simply too beautiful to be forgotten.